Hi friends, up to now I created three parts of this app builder preparation and last minute guide. This is the fourth one from 91 to 120 question. 91st question is universal container needs to update a field on an account when an opportunity stage is changed to close last. It is already repeated question. Here answer is lightning process builder workflow. These two are the answer. 92 question. The organization by default for a custom object is set to private. The superior profile grant view access to the same object. A user with the superior profile is also listed as the manager on the user detail record for a subordinate. However, the superior still can't view records owned by the subordinate. What is preventing the superior from viewing records owned by the subordinate? The superior's role is not above the subordinate role in the hierarchy. That is one of the reasons. Organizational setting for the custom object do not grant access using hierarchy. These two are the reasons in this case. So we will see remaining why these are not answers. The superior requires permission set in order to view the subordinate records. Not required permission set. Organization-wide setting for the custom object grant access to other users in the same role. No, it is not answer. Answer is C and D. 93rd question. A custom field contains a feedback score which is on a scale of 1 to 5. End user would like to visual indicator of 1 to 5 stars based on the number found in the feedback score custom field. How can this visual indicator be displayed? See, in this type of feedback, 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star, definitely we will use with help of formula field, that is use a custom formula field. So use a custom image field, no, use a custom number field, no, use a custom text field, no. With help of formula field, completely we will make this requirement. What is a key consideration while using an unmatched package? See, in unmatched package, we have to, what are the key consideration? We have to choose from these 4 options. Answer is, a namespace is not required to create an unmanaged package. Names is not required while creating unmanaged package is one. Second one is, a person who created unmanaged package has no control over the install component. These two are the basic features of unmanaged package. We have to remember like that only. Other 2 options, the person who created unmanaged package can change or update installed component. No, a namespace is required to create an unmanaged package. It's correct. The person who created unmanaged package has no control over the install component. A and C, a namespace is required to create unmanaged. A namespace is not required. A namespace is required to create an unmanaged package. A namespace is not required, and C is the answer. Next one. A sales manager would like to look at on account record and view charts of all related open opportunities. How many report charts can be added to the account page layout to meet this requirement? It is standard, basic 2. 2 charts we can able to add. Next, Universal Containers has deployed custom tabs through change sets without including the profile to production. See, already it is a repeated question. For this answer is custom tabs are hidden for all users. This is the answer. Custom tabs are hidden for all users while deploying without adding the profiles. In this case, next one. Which statement is true about converting a lead? So while converting the lead, which statement is true? We have to pick from these 5 options. See answers. A lead's most recent campaign record is automatically applied to the primary campaign source field on the opportunity. It is exactly true. Next, users can convert leads that are associated with an active approval process. No. Next one. See, multi-select list value on lead records overwrite values on the contact's corresponding field. No. Next, administrator may choose whether to enforce validation rule applicable. Yes, exactly, it's correct. While converting the lead, we can enable or disable enable these options, enforce validation rule and triggers. It is exactly 100% correct. The system automatically maps standard lead fields to standard account contact and operation. Exactly 100% it is correct. So answer are A and D and E. These three are the answers. Next. Which statement is true about an external ID field? Already it is repeated question. Already we discussed this one. The field must be unique since duplicate are not allowed within the Salesforce. I think it is not answer. Answer is B. Also, here, bill can be unique based on the case sensitive, case sensitive. This form must be at least one number and one letter. The field can be unique record the dynamic system also. D is the 100%. D is the answer. D is the 100% answer. And this field must be unique based on the case sensitive, case insensitive values. So A or B. In this, any one or both are answers. I am not sure in this. So here you will find out answer for A and B. Which one is answer with combination of D. Okay. Next. Which objects can be members of a campaign? Which objects are members of the campaigns? Members of the in campaign we will collect the leads. We will collect the contacts also. So here answer is contact and lead. Next, 100 question. Universal container needs to flag leads with one or more business areas. They need to add a field to capture these to the leads record. There is no need to report on this field. What is the appropriate field type? Pick list multi-select. Pick list multi-select is the answer for this. Text area is not. Pick list is not. Radio button is not. Pick list multi-select is the answer for 100 question. Next, 101. Universal container is setting up Salesforce for the first time. Management wants the sales and marketing teams to have different navigation names in the Salesforce One mobile app. Different navigation name in Salesforce mobile app. Simply create a sales and marketing profile to ensure read access to different object. That is the correct answer. Create a sales and marketing profiles to ensure read access to different object. That is the answer. Remaining is not answer. Create a role for sales marketing and assign a custom home page layout for each role. No. Create a mobile navigation menus for both sales and marketing profile. No. Create a public group for sales and marketing and create a mobile navigation menu for each group. No. Answer is 1. Create a sales and marketing profile to ensure read access to a different object is the correct answer. Next, 1 or 2. An app builder wants to show groups as the last navigation menu item in the Salesforce One mobile app. However, the app builder is not able to select groups as one of the items on the drop-down menu. What could cause this? Group is not included in the selected list for the navigation menu. This is the correct answer. Groups is not included in the selected list for the navigation menu is the correct answer. Remaining are not answers. Those are groups is showing up in the recent session and not in the navigation menu is not correct answer. Groups is including in the smart search item but not on the navigation menu is not answer. Groups cannot be the last item in the navigation menu. So answer is groups is not included in the selected list for the navigation menu is the answer. 1 or 3. What is the true statement in regards to converting a tabular, summary or matrix report to a joint report? So it is a basic question. Bucket fields not supported in a joint report. 100% correct. Next, cross filters are not supported in the joint reports. Correct. See, the rows to display filters is not supported in a joint report. The rows to display filter is not displayed in the joint report. These three are not answers. These three are the answers. Remaining are not answers. A joint report blocks are formatted a matrix report not. Next, report formula fields are not supported in the joint report. Report formula fields are not supported in the joint report. This is also not answer. Answers are B, C, D. Next one. When an opportunity close date is delayed by more than 60 days, the manager and VP sales must approve the change. How can this requirement be met? Here, build an approval process that requires anonymous approval from the manager and the VP of sales. That is one option. One answer. Create a lightning process builder flow that submit the record for an approval process. Create a lightning process builder flow that submit the record for an approval process. This is the second answer. These two are the answers. Remaining, create a workflow rule that checks for the close dates less than 60 days and add an email alert. Is not the answer. Build a validation rule that does not allow a user to save the opportunity card. It is also not answer. What is recommended to refresh a full sandbox when a major release came? See, after a major production, yes, after a major production release. So, simply they are asking basic question. Recommended to refresh a full sandbox. Recommended to refresh a full sandbox. When we have to refresh a full sandbox. Refresh a full sandbox. After a major production release. We have to refresh the full sandbox. Within 3 hours when it is needed, no. Whenever a new production is added, no. After UAT, sign off, no. For full sandbox, after a major production release. At universal container, the account object has a master detail relationship with an invoice custom object. The AppBuilder would like to change to lookup field, but it is not able to do so. What could be causing this? The account record including invoice, roll-up summary field. See, already we discussed about this one roll-up summary and master detail. In master detail, if master object contains any roll-up fields, we can't able to change the relation to lookup. That is the answer. So remaining are not answers. The invoice records have existing values in the account. No. The account is including the workflow on the invoice object. No. The invoice must have at least one master detail field for the reporting. No. So while converting master to lookup, this condition only applicable. Next. Universal containers would like to automatically assign a specific permission set to a new users. How can this requirement be met? Here assigning a permission set. It is very well known. If you want to enable a specific permission, definitely we have to use permission set. This is one answer. Create a lightning process on the user object to launch a flow. Create a lightning process on the user object to launch a flow. This is also one of the answer. Automatically assign a specific permission to the new user. So automatically we have to assign that specific permission set. That's why we have to launch a flow. Whenever we create the new user, we have to assign this permission set. That's why we are launching a flow. These two are the answers. Remaining are not answers. Those are create an approval process of the user object to assign a permission set. No. Create a workflow rule on the user object to assign a permission set. With help of workflow rules and approval process, we can't. So next one, 108. Which statement is true about a field update action from workflow rules and approval process? See, field update with re-evaluation workflow rules selection can cause a recursive loop if the updated field is input in a workflow. Definitely, it will re-evaluate the workflow rules. It causes a recursive loop if updated field is included in the workflow. Correct. A field updates to the record based on the workflow rules and approval process do not trigger validation rules. Do not trigger, yes. Field updates records based on the workflows and approval process do not trigger validation rules. That is also correct. Remaining are not answers. Let's check. Field updates are not available on currency field if the organization is using multi-currency. It is also wrong. So if your organization is multi-currency, the field update is available. There is no relation to that. Field update are tracked in the history related list of the record, regardless of whether or not history tracking is set for the whole fields. No. Field updates are tracked in the history related list of the record, regardless of whether it's not history tracking is set for these fields? No, we can't see that field update. Next one. The VP of marketing wants to broadcast an email to 10,000 contacts in Salesforce on a regular basis, but realize Salesforce most email functionality has a limitation on the number of emails that can be sent each day. So here answer is research and evaluate a product available in the app exchange to send most email. Yes. So in this case, research and evaluate a product available in the app exchange to send most email. This is the correct answer. Remaining are not answers. Develop Apex code and Visual Force Space to send email. No. Download all contacts to the send CSV file and use an email client to send the email. No. Request Salesforce increase the number of maximum daily limits. No. Research and evaluate a product available in the app exchange to send mouse email is the correct answer. Next one. The customer service team at Universal Container uses a custom project object to track their customer project, and AppBuilder needs to create a relationship between the project object and the related client account record. A private sharing model is in a place for both accounts and project. Which statement is true when creating an account lookup field and the project object? Choose two answers. The account lookup field and the project record can be made optional. Yes, it's already repeated this type of question previously. Next, cross object field update between the project and account records are not supported. This question already repeated. So these two are the answers. Remaining two are not answered. Those are users can only delete account if they have access to related project records. No, the account record can include roll-up summary field if data with the data from the project records. No. Next one. 1 question. Sales representative want to capture custom feedback regards detail related to each account. The sales rep want to accomplish this with minimum clicks on the Salesforce on mobile application. What is the recommendation solutions to meet this recommendation? So here we will use create predefined values for most of the fields. Create predefined values for most of the fields is one. Next, create an object specific action on the account. Create an object specific action on the account is the correct time. Here, these two are the answers. Which statement is true when defining a create custom action for the contact object? Create a custom action for the contact object. The create action allows user to select a record type. Correct? The create action will respect validation rule. The create action will respect validation rule. Is also correct. The create action here answer are A and D. Here answer is C and D. So remaining A and B are not answered. The create action will ignore field requirements is not answered. The create action can predefine contact field values. No. So C and D are the answers. Next one. 113. What may occur if workflow rules are re-evaluated after a field changes by a field update? So answers are A and B. Already we saw this question also, it is a repeated one. A recursive loop potentially result in exceeding organization limits. This is the correct. Next one is a workflow rules trigger more workflow rules to be re-evaluated. Workflow rules trigger more workflow rules to be re-evaluated. It is correct. So cross-object workflow rules result in re-evaluation after the field change. It's not answer. Workflow rules trigger validated rules on the field update. It's also no answer. Next one is 114th question. Universal containers conduct evaluation of their sales reps using a custom object consisting of numerical scores and executive comments. The company want to ensure that only the sales reps and their managers executive can view the represent evaluation records, but the reps should not be able to view the executive moment field on their review. How can this requirement be met? Your answer is C. Use a private sharing model granting record access using hierarchy. Manage the field access with field level security. Your answer is this one, C. Use a private sharing model granting record access using hierarchy. Manage the field access with field level security. The field level security, and here not seeing. So we have to remember field level security and use a private sharing model, granting record access using hierarchy, manage field access with not record type, access not page layout, manage field access with only field level security. Manage field access with only field level security is the correct word, correct sentence. Field access record of field level security is not. Access with the page layout is not. Access with the field level security is the correct answer for this question. The next one. Already this is also a repeated question. Universal Container would like to use a chatter group of their mergers and acquisitions to collaborate on potential new projects. This group should not be usable for non-members to see or join and can be accessed by invite only. Which chatter group type should the AppBuilder recommended? Unlisted group. Already it is a repeated question. Next one. Which capability allows an AppBuilder to grant object level access? Capability allows AppBuilder to grant object level access. Permission set and profile. This is also already repeated question. Only AppBuilder will give object level access only with help of permission set and profile level. So here, assigning a user a profile that allows read access to an object, user a profile, assigning a public group not, assigning a user permission set, it is correct. Allow read and array access to object, assigning a role, it is not correct. So answer is first option and C option, A and C are the answers. Next. When configure a record type, an AppBuilder can configure the available values of a picklist field for the page layout. Which opportunity standard field is available to configure directly in the opportunity record type? So here, which opportunity standard field is available to configure directly in the opportunity record type? We have to choose the two fields here. So one is type, another one is lead score. So one second we will take. When configure a record type, an AppBuilder can configure the available values of the picklist field for the page layout. Which opportunity standard field available to be configured directly in the opportunity record type? Here B and C, lead square and type. These two are the fields. When configure record type, an builder can configure the available values of a picklist field for the page layout. Those are lead source and type. These two are the values. Next one. Universal Container has created the custom object candidate and interview in Salesforce to track candidates and interviews respect to the company wants to track the total number of interviews a candidate has gone through on the candidate record without writing any code. How can AppBuilder accomplish the requirement? So here we will use roll up summary field on the candidate record to show the total number of interviews. Okay. Use a master relation between the candidate and the interview. So here, if you want to implement roll up summary, master should we have to maintain the master relation between those two objects. That's why these two are the options. Remaining two not answer. We will see those also. Use a lookup relationship between the candidate and interview. Not possible. With help of lookup relation, we can't process further. Use a formula field on the candidate record to show the total number of interviews. It is also not total numbers. We can't fetch. So with help of two answers means only combination of roll up and master summary we can able to finish this requirement. Next one. Second from last question. What type of field can be referred by roll up summary field using sum? Simply they are asking in a roll up summary what are the fields what type of data types you can able to consider in a sum operation. So in sum formula no currency correct, number correct, percent correct, simple. Currency, number, percent, date, total date we can't calculate, formula we can't. See directly currency we can able to perform sum, number and percent. These three are the options. Last question in this our AppBuilder preparation last minute guide. Universal containers provide access to the Salesforce for their sales service, and marketing teams. Management want to ensure that when user log in, their home tab provide access to links and documentation that are specifically relevant to their job function. How can this requirement be met? Answer is create a separate home page, custom components and layouts assigned to user by profile. Here also we have to remember this keyword by profile, by role not, by role not, by role. See here two by profile came. So create separate home page, expose separate element, no, expose not, but create separate home page. Home, their home tab provide access to links and documents. So here create a separate home page, custom component layout assigned to the user by profile. So this is the answer.